Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Could Be Worse. My name is Tyler. This is Dom.
Welcome to the show.
I got a little update from our story last week. Well, not an update, but I guess like a little follow-up.
Okay.
I got back on Hinge because, you know, what does John Wayne do when he falls off his horse?
He gets right back on, man.
He gets right back on. So I got back on Hinge, and I came across a girl who had the same prompt as the last girl of like, oh, take me to your favorite dive bar or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I sent her a message. I was like, well, last time I took a girl to my favorite dive bar, she fled in terror. So maybe you should go with the second best dive bar.
Okay, solid.
And you want to know what the girl messaged back?
What?
She goes, I'm intrigued.
Oh, no. And the dance continues.
Yeah, and so we tentatively have something set up for next weekend. So
all right, well, I say you take the same exact approach.
I'm still gonna take the edibles myself, but maybe I'll be a little bit more selfish this time. I gotta focus on me. That's what I've learned from this experience is I need to focus on me.
That's the only way to go, man.
It is funny. So, you know, I'll hopefully it goes horribly again so we can have more content for the show. Because it's been a slow few news weeks, so we could use some to punch this up a little bit.
It's been very rough. I mean, like I said, I haven't committed any felonies. It's been dry. It's been very dry.
I did see one story in the news that tickled my funny bone a little bit.
All right.
It's about Donald Trump, but it's a fun story about Donnie. Where we've gotten past I think the sting's gone. Now we can start having fun with it again.
I mean, he's doing like podcasts now. It's just...
He released a press release announcing that he got a hole-in-one while he was golfing.
he got a whole...
Yeah.
The whole conference.
But that just cracked me up because it's like that's what my dad would do if he was president. Is like he'd put out a press release just being like, "Well, I shot below 100 today."
just old man things that nobody cares about, but they're still proud of.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like my dad will call me and he'll be like, I think I figured out, because he's real into coffee.
Yeah.
When you pass the age of like 55, you start getting you start getting really into things that you've always kind of been into, but to like a weird sort of extent. Like he's really into coffee and beer now.
Yeah.
But not just like, oh, I like a nice cup of coffee in the morning and beer at night. It's like he's talking about the acidity of the grind and things like that.
Oh God, where it's sourced from? What jungle in Venezuela the beans are from?
Yeah, and he's getting really into it, and he'll text me like I'll get a text like 4 a.m, and it'll like a 9-paragraph like, oh my, did something happen? Like there's this huge text from my dad, and it's just him talking like, I think I found out which beans Starbucks uses, and it's like I found a new setting on the grinder that it grinds the beans in a more fine consistency, and I found the acidity is much low. And you're like, I will drink Folgers. I don't care.
Oh Jesus, yeah, that's overkill. I think I like the stories more of when he gets into like tax evasion and stuff like that. That always gets me more interested.
It's not tax evasion. It's knowing the laws and using them to your advantage.
Sure.
He'll be very upset with you. You're gonna have to see him in a few weeks when I come home. You think he's already got a little bone to pick with you about almost killing him. So something tells me that insulting him further is not the move on your end. But who knows?
Just telling everyone how he, his little loopholes.
What Joey B doesn't know won't hurt him. He's busy trying to remember what he had for breakfast this morning. So
it's being put to good use.
Speaking of the fucking economy, dude, this is again. I don't know why I'm channeling so much my father today, but the inflation thing sucks.
No, absolutely.
I'll go to the grocery store. They're banging me over the head, dude. I'm like I'll get like a week's worth of food. It's like it's like a used Honda Civic. No. You know, it's like $5,000 for a thing of eggs and some peppers.
Yeah. I gotta use one of those, like TV quick loans just to go get some groceries.
Yeah, you need to call JG Wentworth just to get a fucking bag of frozen fruits. You can make yourself a smoothie. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, just sitting outside a check cashing place.
Yeah. I'm stripping up copper wiring in the basement of my fucking apartment building. Like, all right, this should get me through at least April, I think.
Selling fluids.
Yeah.
Fluids for gummy bears.
Blood, plasma, semen, whatever. As fast as I can pump it out, I'm fucking putting it in jars. I got my own mason jars. I got my own canning setup, you know. I'm just shooting all kinds of things in there, selling it to whoever. I'm not even sure the people I'm selling it to are, licensed for that kind of thing, but their money's green. I'm here for it.
Well, who's checking? I might honestly get into bootlegging. Mm-hmm. That might be a thing I start doing. My mom used to make her own booze, and so did my grandpa.
They were like moonshiners.
Not for profit, but for personal use. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's how you stay out of trouble. As long as it's for personal use, I think it's a lesser charge.
Well, before the dark settled over me and my mom's life, we used to host a good amount. And that was always the favorite, was her own like raspberry moonshine.
Yeah.
Pick the raspberries in the garden.
Yeah.
Put some liquor in it.
And then, a few people go blind. All of a sudden, they stop showing up to Thanksgiving. Now I can't even get them to come over on special occasions. It's ridiculous.
I used to steal bottles of that shit and drink it with the high school basketball team after big games, or if we had we lost in states one year.
Yeah.
And I just got a big fucking handle of moonshine back to one of their houses.
Yeah.
And just wallowed in the loss over some Polish moonshine.
Nothing like a little bathtub gin to, ease the sting.
Yeah, our best shooter, he went, partially blind. His 3-point percentage shot way down, but, it is what it is.
But one of the strategies I've been using at the grocery store to help cut back on spending is I've been ringing up regular produce or organic produce as regular produce.
Ooh, I like that scheme.
Yeah, I always do the self-checkout because you can, bend the rules a little bit with the self-checkout.
Dude, nothing bricks me up like petty theft.
There's something nice about it. Especially
it feels
so
good.
Last week they were out of something. Like I think it was like sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. I'm a fucking slut for a nice sweet potato.
Yeah.
And I went to go buy some and they were just completely sold out. And it makes me very irrationally angry when the grocery store is sold out of the thing I need.
Yeah.
So that'll prompt me to like I'll get some organic green onions and ring them up as regular green onions,
That's how you get back at them.
Yeah, pocket a couple of take fives. You gotta, it's like the little I gotta jab back a little bit. I can't take that shit sitting down.
Yeah, dude, that kind of shit rocks. That's my favorite. I used to do it a lot in college. I've slowed down now, but I used to steal in quotation marks, because the best move is to pay for a little bit and steal way more than you pay for. That's how you don't get caught.
You gotta throw them off the scent. Yeah, you gotta do a little misdirection. Here's just 3 regular apples, nothing different about them.
Just some good old Granny Smiths. Nothing organic about them.
Nothing organic. They're just regular pesticide-filled, GMO-ridden apples.
Just old regular synthetic plastic-filled apples.
They're like, sir, we can see the nerd's rope poking out of your sweatpants pocket.
Fuck.
Damn it. No, I brought those with me.
Yeah. Sure.
That's my jar of peanut. I carry that with me everywhere. That jar of peanut butter. That's my personal stash. You can't.
And how about that Sudafed that's poking out of your backpack?
That's a science project. I'm in a science fair. You can't.
Yeah, you're doing a volcano, and the only thing that works is Sudafed.
Yeah, about nine or 10 boxes of it is all I need. You sell any alkaline batteries here by any chance?
Everyone knows that Sudafed mixed with Moroccan hash, that makes the best science fair volcano.
Yeah. Do you guys sell PVC pipes? I'm doing a little DIY project and I could use some.
Yeah, I just need a funnel, about 3 rolls of electrical tape, a ratchet, maybe a couple sieves.
Yeah, the strike pads off a matchbook. A couple hundred of those.
Yeah. Just everything in a king super to cook meth with.
But you could try that at Whole Foods and maybe you'll throw those dumb hippies off the scent. King supers, they're fucking,
right.
I mean, that's the pleb grocery store. They know what you're like. You go in there looking for a couple boxes of cold medicine. Next thing you know, the security guard's following you up and down the aisles.
Well, half the employees have already been reprimanded for doing the same thing.
Yeah. They're like, does the employee discount count towards meth making supplies? No. Okay. Well,
you're in the PVC aisle, and one of the workers there is just like, not that one. The 3/8 inch. Trust me.
You'll blow your shed up. You'll take your hand clean off. He just raises his arms. One of them's missing. He's like, trust me, from experience, don't do it.
Yeah, these pipes work better in a trailer. I'm assuming that's where you're going to be doing this.
Dude, there's a real problem for a while when like, what's it called? Like the wax, but I forget the butane hash oil or whatever is like the technical name for it. I don't know. The type of weed, what's in those little carts that people smoke.
Right.
And the way you make it involves like liquid butane or something, which is like super flammable.
Right. It's just literally like some sort of like noxious gas that they put in there.
Right. And like the way, in order to extract it, you have to use butane or whatever. And apparently, like, when that shit first came out, there was a real problem of, like, just dumb potheads blowing themselves to kingdom come trying to make wax.
Well, they'd break it open and try to, like, hot knife it or something.
No, just, like, they just, like, wouldn't, like, ventilate the butane out. So the whole, like, shed would just fill with butane gas, and they go to spark it up and just blow themselves to fucking kingdom come. Try and take a banger, it just turns into Hiroshima.
You Nagasaki the entire trailer park for, a little binger hit.
You're trying to, spark up the rig, and next thing you know, the fire department's like, yeah, there's no survivors.
Yeah, we shot the ones that weren't dead yet.
Back to the grocery store thing. Sorry, I'm so on this.
No, yeah.
I have to go grocery shopping later, so it's like kind of at the forefront of my mind.
Sure.
Do you ever go to the grocery store? Like, you ever get stoned before you go to the grocery store?
I mean, just about every time, yeah.
Is there anything more scary? Is there anything more horrifying than that feeling? Than a crowded grocery store after one too many bong rips?
Yeah.
It's a fucking haunted house, dude. It's absolutely...
I mean, women over 55 never look scarier than in a grocery aisle.
Yeah, and it's always too, like, I always have a staring match with the security guard. Because I shop at the King Supers, infamously the site, not the one that I shop at, but another one in Boulder, Colorado. It was the site of a mass shooting.
Yep.
So ever since then, they've beefed up security. They have one, like... I don't know, some like a security guard on methadone with like a taser or something. Like, that's gonna fucking do anything.
Yeah, they raised his salary by $1 and told him to really up his game.
But when I walk in there, just stoned out of my gourd, and I make eye contact with that security guard, there's always just like 5-second stare down, a little tumbleweed blows in between us, that little like da-na-na-na, da-na-na, and it's like. He knows I'm about to ring those green onions up as non-organic. He knows the deal.
You put the green onions down on the self-checkout. You lock eyes and just...
I'm like standing there like onions in each pocket, just like wiggling my fingers about to draw.
Meanwhile, you're both the two most stoned people in that grocery store.
And I always wonder, because he always makes a real point to like... gives me a real ocular pat down every time.
Yeah.
You walk out and they give you that like, he looks at me. It's like, I stole things. You're not stopping me. You're just kind of looking at me like, just so you know, I know.
Oh, it's between you and him.
It's just this kind of thing of this disapproving look. Like when I used to come home stoned in high school, my mom would be like, I don't have time to get into it, but fuck you.
Yeah. You're describing about every day for me.
Yeah. It's like, look, I got fucking a doctor's. I got a mammogram tomorrow morning. Fuck you. Just, I know, okay? I don't have time to go into I'm not checking the sock drawer. I already know what I'm going to find. I know, okay?
You're lucky I have hot flashes today. Otherwise, I'd fuck you up for this.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And it's like, who is that guy going to stop? That security guard. He's not even able to get me pocketing a few take fives. What is he going to do if some lunatic brings an AR-15 into the grocery store?
No, he's getting the fuck out of there. That's what that security is, just for the pettiest of small crimes.
Yeah. just to harass black teenagers and homeless men who are trying to take a shit in the bathroom.
Yeah, and apparently let, stoned white kids steal Take Fives.
Hey, bathroom is for customers only. You need to purchase something and then you can shoot up in the bathroom. You want to freebase fentanyl in the bathroom, you need to at least buy a head of lettuce or something first.
I was always I never understood that. I was always pissed when like a business wouldn't let you in
Right.
to just piss. And I was like, dude, I just want to piss. Come on.
Yeah.
And ever since I've now worked at a restaurant,
Right.
every time someone comes in and asks to piss, I'm like, this motherfucker's doing drugs.
Right. Well, you cart that first hobo corpse out of the bathroom and your perspective on things changes. You go, oh, that's what they're doing in there. Okay. All right. Mental note.
No, every time someone comes in now, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
I only Narcan paying customers. You want to be revived? You should have bought something.
Yeah, should have bought some wings, huh? Now you're you're gonna die on this fucking floor.
Wish there was something I can do, but that 6-piece order never went through.
Oops. Sorry. This 20 is looking pretty fake to me.
Yeah.
You're sorry. No Narcan for you. No EpiPen.
Another story about being high in public. This happened to me last weekend, I think. I was recovering from a cold. So what you're supposed to do when you have a bad chest cold is you want to smoke a lot of weed. This will toughen your lungs up.
Yeah, that'll.
Because the problem with
it'll coat the insides of the lungs properly so that nothing could get through.
Right. Like I'm not a doctor or whatever, but I think the reason your lungs get sick is because they're weak. They're weak and they're vulnerable, and so you need to toughen them up. Like if your kid cries too much, you have to hit him a lot, and it toughens him up. It's the same kind of thing.
Exactly.
You want to keep hitting your lungs with weed. So that's what I was doing. I was taking care of myself, recovering.
You're medicating properly.
It's medicinal. And I was on my way. I wanted to go to the bookstore to buy some books. Mm-hmm. I'm a learned scholar. It's what I do.
You're a big brained fella for sure.
Right. So I'm going to this bookstore and I'm just like cooked. And I'm going to cross the street and it's like a red light. And so I'm like looking to see if the coast is clear. And I'm like a frightened animal, just like slowly poke my head out into the street. I look to the left. I look to the right. I look to the left again. I look to the right again. Then the left a few more times. And then the right just to be sure. And I finally, after like 35 seconds of just looking back and forth, I like ever so slowly just like wade out into the crosswalk. Like, like you're going out on like thin ice.
Yeah.
Not like tuned in to this is a busy city street. So people are looking at me like, what is wrong with this idiot? And I make it about halfway across and this woman about my age is coming in the other direction. And she just looks at me and she laughs. She goes, I think it's safe.
Oh, no, dude.
I just cracked out. He got me. Yeah, no, I'm fucking really high in public.
Absolutely exposed in the middle of the street.
So then I went to the bookstore and I get in there and I just beeline to like, there's like a certain book that I'm looking for. And so I just beeline to like the fiction section. And I hear the woman behind the counter. She's still one of those like, yeah, really loud, like, my boyfriend cheated on me. Like she's going off about her problems and the whole.
Yeah.
It's a bookstore. It's quiet, so you could hear it from like, no matter where you are in the store, you can hear this woman.
She's three octaves too high for public speaking.
Right, and she's going on about her boyfriend cheated on her, and they're supposed to go to a concert next month, and now she has nobody to go with, and yada yada yada. It's like, well, I wonder why he left.
Shocking, absolutely shocking.
So I'm looking for my book. It's funny, like even in a bookstore, I'm just like a dumb like meathead, even in that context of like I found the book I was like looking for and just went, oh fucking hell yeah, dude. People are like looking at me like, are you sure you can read that? It's 500 pages. That is a 500 page. The children's section's over there. We got some Goosebumps, some Captain Underpants. I think that's more your speed, pal.
You seem more of like a Mike Lupica kind of guy. To me,
it took you 45 minutes to cross the intersection to get here. Maybe you should start with the picture books, okay?
The entire fucking staff of Barnes & Noble placed bets on if you'd get hit by a car on your way here.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not exactly in the right section right now.
You said thank you to the green light across the street. I don't know if you're gonna be able to handle 500 pages of political writing.
You almost got in a fist fight with the automatic door getting in here. I don't know if you should put that tome down.
Yeah, you squared up with the garden gnome outside. Yeah, you're a short little fucker, aren't you? So I get my books. I go up to pay for them. It is a store, so what you do is you take merchandise and you go and you purchase it. That's generally how a store works. However, there were several people in this store who didn't seem to understand this. They seemed to have an issue. It was this dude. He had one of those mustaches, not a cool mustache like mine. One of the lame ones that like curls up on the end.
Yeah, not an 80s gay porno stash.
He's rocking a tank top. It's maybe 55 degrees out. It's a really aggressive move, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Instantly, I have a problem with this guy. And he's in the store seemingly just to hit on the woman behind the counter. Because she's doing her whole like Shakespearean performance about how she got cheated on. And so a flock of horny dudes have like formed in like a little semicircle around the counter. And they're just like, I'll eat your pussy. I like music. Can I go to the concert? Like everyone's just like,
I'll give it a taste. I'll lick it down.
They're like, oh, wow, he sounds like a real dick. I mean, you're like so beautiful. I don't know why he would do something like that.
Like just a horny, like fake intellectual.
The worst kind of person, dude. Like just
such a shitty guy.
The guy who hangs out in a bookstore anyway is kind of a tool.
Yeah.
The guy who hangs out in a bookstore not to read, but just to like sexually harass the female staff. Definitely not like the man, not the coolest guy in the room.
Just smoking cloves outside of like a Borders books.
No, he's not even on the like national chains. This is like a used book. It's like Kilgore used books.
Oh, Jesus.
It is like a little rinky dink, like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like old. He's not even on the national circuit. This is amateur. This is the AAA ball of bookstores.
God, I'm already angry for you.
And so I'm like, and remember, I just took an hour and a half to cross the street. So I'm standing behind this semicircle of dudes with just like an armful of books. Like, what do I do? Like, I don't want to like get in between this lion and his gazelle. Yeah, I don't want to like have him like latch onto my arm and start gnawing. So like I don't know how horny this guy is. You know, he might swing both ways. He might turn around and be like, "Oh, fuck you." I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you don't approach a man in full mast from behind. That's never the move.
You gotta like, it's like a horse. You can't get in its blind spot. You'll get a hook to the mouth.
You gotta ease up to him, like, "Hey, fella," in your hand instead of a sugar cube. It's just a little bit of, it's like a little Zin bag. It's like, here, buddy. Here, buddy. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Who's a good boy? You
Who's
are.
a good boy?
Yes. Oh, down, boy, down.
Down.
Someone get some ketamine. Take him down.
Yeah, gear down, big fella.
So I'm standing behind this guy, just kind of like drooling on myself. Like, well, I'm sure eventually this will resolve itself. And he kind of eventually like catches wind of me or something and turns around and he's like, "Oh, my bad. Are you like trying to?" I was like, yeah. That, like, this is a store.
No. You should have said no. I'm actually, after you're done hitting on her, I'm gonna go.
No, I'm just in line for the pussy buffet. Actually, I was hoping I could get a table at the pussy buffet.
Yeah, is this I got a flash pass, a pussy flash pass, actually.
You get enough pussy for the table, or should I order my own? How does this work? Do we want?
Are you gonna have a little bit of pussy?
You know what?
If I get some pussy, would you have some?
I'd have a bite. Yeah. You know what? If we don't finish it, we can just put it in a box and take it home. We'll have it tomorrow for lunch.
You know what? I'm feeling bad today. Can I get 2 orders of pussy for the table?
It's my cheat day.
Yeah, can we get a side of Jewel Pods and some pussy, please? Thank you. Thank you.
So this dude turns around and he's like, "Oh, you want to try a fucker too?" I'm like, "No, I just want to buy the books. Like this is a bookstore, so I wanted to purchase.
You want to take a swing at her?
Yeah, I was just like, I kind of wanted to make a purchase at the store. Yeah, fuck me, but it was my understanding that's how a store works. Is I select merchandise, I bring it up to this little cash register, and I purchase the merchandise.
Right.
That's my understanding of how commerce operates in this context.
Yeah.
Evidently, I'm mistaken. So he fucks off for a second. There's still a swarm of like, I still got like a couple of them in my peripheral. They're like, what's this guy? What does he think he is? You know, like.
Yeah, it's the outer hyenas. The first hipster was the lion. The rest are the hyenas.
Yeah.
You're just trying to get through.
And they're like, they're mugging me a little bit. You know, it's like, calm down, dude. I'm too scared to form complete sentences right now. You don't got to worry about anything.
Trust me, I'm more scared of you than you are of me.
So I put my books in it, and she's doing, and it's like a manual system where she has to like sign them out of like a notebook or whatever. It's all analog. I don't know, some hipster bullshit.
Oh, geez, yeah.
So she's doing the books, and as she's like, she keeps going.
Oh, just sighing it up.
Like, I shit you not, like 4 or 5 times. And I'm standing there like, I guess. I was like, what's up? And she's like, I'm sorry. It's just been such a bad day.
Oh, no. She just started with you?
Yeah, and I was like, no, I'm just here for the books. Like, I don't.
No, please, stop.
I heard you. Believe me, everyone in a 5-block radius heard you bitching about your boyfriend. I'm not here to fill out an application. I just want this Hunter S. Thompson book so I can go get cooked and read it on my fucking porch, you know?
Yeah. I'm drooling from too many bong hits, not from your pierced nipples that I can see through your hipster shirt.
Yeah, dude, it was like, and she just kept like, I'm having such a bad, and I was like, oh, she wants me to like hit on her, and I was like, oh, this was like, I thought these guys were the aggressors. She's the lion, they're the fucking gazelles.
Ah, okay.
And so she's like, takes one look at me and goes, well, you like hit on me. I'm like, what is this, like the hot people club, you know? Like, oh, so yeah,
this is interesting. You stumbled in on like this little isolated ecosystem where this one, 6, otherwise she's a 6 anywhere, but in this fucking bookstore, she is the goddamn lioness.
14, yeah.
She is the goddamn queen of the jungle.
The guy thumbing through the fucking Harry Potter novel over there, I'm pretty sure he's never even seen a vagina before. So like,
he is literally reading Pussy for Dummies. I see what book he's checking out.
Yeah, and she's like, I had this like, it was just such an entitled attitude of, she was like, well, you're good looking, so hit on me. And it's like, I have a cold. I have 19 bong rips flowing through my veins right now. I
have to edit. I mean, the worst podcast you've ever heard.
Right. And I was like, you're too into me already. And that's a real red flag for me.
The moral of the story I'm hearing is you're still better than everyone in that bookstore.
Yeah. I walked out of there with my false sense of superiority. Like, what fucking nerds?
Fucking losers.
Yeah. Who goes to a bookstore? What a fucking bunch of pussies.
Yeah. What a fucking bunch of losers, dude.
Yeah, and then I sat on my porch and I sounded out words one by one with my finger. All 500 pages of it. Suck my dick. I can read. Yeah,
every page you got a dog ear because you got to take a break.
Oh, I got to Google that. Because? What does that mean?
Because.
All right, time to bust out I just got like a dictionary next to me. I'm just manually looking up every word one by one.
You get stuck on the dictionary part?
Yeah. Breakfast. A meal at the beginning of the day. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, you learn something new every day. All right, folks. Well, I think that's all the time we have for this week. Dom, anything you want to add before we get out of here?
Listen next week, please.
All right. Follow us on Twitter at the CBW Pod. Visit us online, bcouldbeworspod.com. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a like. Somebody disliked a video of ours last week, which I was not pleased about. So if that was you, I will find you. Sleep with one eye open.
I'll kill you.
We will. All right, folks. See you next week.
Bye.